Metro City, a well-known crime capital, has been ruled by violence and death for many years. That's fact with the newly elected mayor, former school fighter Mike Hagar, things have changed. At the center of the problem is the huge gang known as Bad Gear. Bad Gear controls the major criminal activity in the city. When they learned of Hagar's plans, they took immediate action to bring this new mayor under their control. Sometime in the 1990s.
Oh my God. Mr. Hagar, so pleased to make your acquaintance. I believe you know who I am. No hang up, we have a little business proposition for you. You better we'll throw in the regular monthly bonus to your salary. What's happening to Jessica? Wait, who is this? Not so fast, Mike, turn on your TV. You son of a, what have you done to her?
Yeah, Jessica was kidnapped. Jessica. My sweetheart since childhood. The Mad Gears must pay. She's my friend too, come in. And do you know what's...
Okay.
Like, about these...
What do you want to be?
Like, about these games that just say, like they don't have any voices. I actually always go and just come up
just on one
with like a voice and just put them in there.
Yeah, I've done that before too, because a lot of the original games didn't have voice acting. They never did, because they weren't advanced like some of the games they have now. Like River City Girls is probably the only game I know that's a beat 'em up like this, but has voice acting in it. They even have other cutscenes in the in like the handheld version of Final Fight, and other games like Double Dragon, and a lot of the games that this is based on. I mean, this is the game that inspired Sega to create Streets of Rage.
Yeah.
They literally made Streets of Rage to compete with this game. Even though Final Fight was made for one of the Sega systems. Like, they made this exact same game, for the Sega CD version of Final Fight. Oops, sorry. And the Sega CD version was pretty much pretty cool. The only problem is they covered up some of the nudity.
Wait, why is he not losing health?
He's losing health. He's just losing it by colors.
It doesn't say.
See, it changes from one color to another, and then it starts losing health.
Huh.
Anyway, my favorite version of Final Fight was the Game Boy Advance version of this game. It gave you options that the arcade never had. Only problem is they had to replace that girl Poison and the girl Roxy with guys named Billy. And that's the part that sucks about it. They did the same thing for the Super NES version.
Wait.
But the Super NES version of Final Fight is not as good as Streets of Rage Part 1.
Okay.
Now, the arcade version of Final Fight, which is what we're playing right now, this is better than Streets of Rage 1. But it's not as good as Part 2 of Streets of Rage Part 2. Now, they did make a Final Fight 2 and a Final Fight 3, but those don't exist in arcade mode like this one does. But they're still fun to play. In fact, Final Fight 3 is one of my favorite Final Fights.
Who the hell is this shit? Who the hell is this guy?
What, that big guy named Andre?
Yeah.
Well, Capcom was inspired by the WWE, so they created characters that look like WWE wrestlers. That guy named Andre was inspired from the wrestler known as Andre the Giant.
Yeah, I know him.
And Andre the Giant was very famous right around the time this game came out. He was even starring in movies and stuff, just like The Rock.
Yeah, I know he was. Yeah.
The only difference was he only made like 1 or 2 movies, before he died. And Andre the Giant is featured in 2 different video games, or 2 or 3 different video games that were published by Capcom. Games like Street Fighter Alpha and Final Fight. In fact, you can see this exact same Andre guy in Street Fighter Alpha Part 2, I think.
Okay.
And Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. Which is pretty cool that he, exists in them. Of course, he goes by a different name, though. They don't, in the Street Fighter games, they don't use the name Andre. They use a different name. But in this game, they call him Andre or Andre Jr. There's so many Andres you fight in this game.
Well, then,
one's either just called Andre, and the other one's just called Andre Jr. I mean, a lot of the bad guys have the same name. It's like that in a lot of beat-em-ups. Especially Street of Rage and other fighting games.
well then, why am I thinking that they actually misspelled Andre? Because it looks like it's spelled like Andore.
Well, they had to spell it a little different because, they don't want it to be the exact name. It has to be similar to Andre, but not the exact name. I guess because Capcom doesn't want to actually be sued by Andre's family. I mean, they didn't get permission from the WWE to put their wrestlers in their games. Besides, they only did it with 2 wrestlers, Andre the Giant and Hulk Hogan.
And
their famous match back in the early 90s when they competed against each other.
And yes. Oh damn. I actually saw that fight on YouTube.
Well, it was a famous fight. So.
Because about that, like, when I was younger,
I mean-
I was so hooked on watching wrestling.
Yeah, a lot of people were. I mean,
Like,
wrestling was
yeah, but
popular
now,
during the 90s all the way up till now.
yeah, but like now, I'm not very that of a fan.
Yeah, I don't
of
care much.
wrestling now.
Yeah, I know. I don't care much for wrestling either. Okay, see this guy we're fighting?
So dumb, yeah.
Yeah, Sodom. Anyway, in the Super Nintendo version, they had to change his name.
Okay, well.
So when you fight him in the Super Nintendo, because the name Sodom is short for sodomy, and they didn't want that put in their games. Nintendo didn't want them putting that in their games, so they changed his name to Katana.
Katana.
They also did it, yeah, Katana. You know, because when you fight him, he uses 2 katanas. Anyway, there's a lot of changes that they made. They made in the Super Nintendo version of Final Fight. Like they replaced certain alcohol with certain other items. And like in this game, you see things like beer, whiskey.
There we go.
You see things like beer, whiskey in this game, but you don't see them in the Super Nintendo version.
Okay, he's almost dead.
Oops, sorry. So in both the Super Nintendo version and the Street Fighter Alpha version in Super Nintendo of Street Fighter Alpha 2, Sodom's name was changed to Katana.
Okay.
See, when this game first originally came out, this was supposed to be a sequel to Street Fighter. But Capcom said, "Hell no, we're not gonna put the Street Fighter name on this game." And the reason they didn't do it is because this is not a typical Street Fighter game. This is a beat 'em up, not a tournament fighting game. But the characters in this game were used in other Street Fighter games. People like Cody, Guy, Sodom, Andre, they were all used in other Capcom games from Street Fighter. Like Street Fighter Third Strike, the Street Fighter Alpha series. Even some of the characters from the original Street Fighter game were put into those games as well. Say what?
Does that say Simons?
What, that sign on the window?
No, like one of the guys that were fighting said Simons.
Yeah, I think Simon or something.
Yeah, but then
like,
why did they name them name them Simons?
Like I said, I think when it comes to like choosing names, Capcom wasn't exactly thinking real hard on what to name the bad guys. Okay, go ahead. You can use the pipe, because Mike is really good with the pipe. Like, everybody's good with a certain weapon. See that sign right there? It says bar.
Yeah.
On the Super Nintendo version, they replaced that word with word club.
Club. Okay.
Yeah, club. You know, like a bar, a club.
Yeah.
You know, because, like I said, certain things have to make it past the censors, you know? You know, back then they had to censor their games.
I'm actually...
Like what they did with Streets of Rage 3.
Like literally, I'm actually starting to like Final Fight.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay.
I mean, I still like the Streets of Rage series. I still like the Streets of Rage series a little bit better. But if you ever played part 2 and 3 of Final Fight, you definitely like those. Okay, so let's see. We covered certain things that didn't make it past the censors. Like Saddam's name, alcohol, beer, the whiskey bottles, even the character, even the female characters like Poison and Roxy.
Oh, we have to fight 3 Andre the Giants. Where? Okay.
Oh, one's called U Andre, F Andre,
Wait.
G
what?
John Andre, G Andre.
F
Notice when
Andre.
you hit them, look, their names. Yeah, I know, that does sound weird. I think this is like some sort of bonus stage or something.
Oh god.
But this is probably the only bonus stage where you can actually die. Kind of like destroying that car.
Okay.
Now back to that car. Now back to that car thing.
Yeah.
Now when Capcom saw that you could destroy a car, they liked that concept so much that they used it on their other Street Fighter games.
Another one.
They used it on Street Fighter 2. That's why Street Fighter 2 was such a hit. I mean, for some strange reason, people don't like the original Street Fighter game. But they love Part 2 like crazy.
Good. For a second there, I thought
But it's weird because
that one enemy we were fighting, Elgato, was Dynamite.
I think they have a guy in this game called Dynamite, but I'm not sure because nobody actually uses explosives in this game except for one of the bosses.
No, do you remember like that one?
See right there, look right there. See right there? That's beer.
Okay. Yeah.
You wouldn't see that on a Super Nintendo game.
Do you know that one famous action hero? It was his name was Dynamite.
Wait, are you talking about the guy called Black Dynamite?
Yeah, him.
Yeah, he wasn't famous when this game was out.
Yeah, but the thing is with that, like, one of like the enemy named Elgato kind of reminded me of him because it literally looked like him.
I doubt it because Black Dynamite had an afro.
Yeah, I know
And
that.
the only black, like, there's some black characters in this game, but none of them have afros. Like the first boss we fought, he was basically a black guy with dreads. So you gotta assume he was like Jamaican or something.
Probably.
Assume though, I guess. But see this cop we beat up?
Yeah.
He's also featured in Final Fight Part 2. You gotta move in between the fire.
I already noticed when you got hit.
Yeah, it's a little tricky.
Oh. Okay. There we go. I only got hit once. By the flames. Now twice. Now 3 times.
Don't bother counting, dude. Anyways,
Well then.
they did a lot of censoring when they made this game for Nintendo.
Oh boy.
Like the Japanese version of these games are not censored that much. I mean, it does have the game. It does have the like the characters Poison and Roxy in the Japanese version, but only for Part 1 and 2. Like there are female fighters in the American version.
Yeah.
Of Final Fight 3, but not Part 1 and 2. Even this Andre character, he's featured in the other Final Fight games, including Final Fight Streetwise, Final Fight 2 and 3. Like, if Capcom can make money off these characters, they'll just keep doing it.
Well, hold on a second. I got a question.
You should see the guy.
Couldn't we just stay on the edge and just let them burn?
I mean, the whole point was to avoid the fire, I guess, if you can. I mean, it's possible, but you got to be walking pretty steady. And even if you do avoid the fire, you're still going to get hit by the guys.
Okay,
Okay, so back to what I was saying.
Now twice. No, two.
So, they got the guy that looks like Hulk Hogan. He's featured in Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, and I think in Street Fighter Alpha 3. And he's pretty badass. I mean, he doesn't look directly like Hulk Hogan. Like, he doesn't have the same beard as Hulk Hogan. But he has some of the same mannerisms as Hulk Hogan. Like, some of the way he looks.
Hold on a second. Doesn't Hulk Hogan have that one Mongolian beard, whatever?
Mongolian? I don't know if it's called a Mongolian beard, but... But yeah, he has that beard that is kind of like a goatee. Anyway, one of the guys that was styled that way styled his hair similar to Hulk Hogan's beard, and he was basically he was basically a Hulk Hogan wannabe for the Street Fighter franchise.
We gotcha.
But anyway, okay, so this game has like 2 or 3 bonus stages, and that's it.
Okay.
One where you break a car, another one when you're trapped in a deathmatch arena, and the third one takes place after this mission. And what you do there is you destroy glass. You know, punch through a lot of glass windows. See this guy? He just threw some explosives down.
Wait, who?
This guy's a
Simon?
boss in this game. This guy's a boss in this game. And, no, not that guy. Guy climbing up the ladder.
Oh, him. Got it.
You don't see his name until you hit him. So back to what I was saying. This guy who's a boss on this level, he's also one of the guys you fight in Street Fighter Alpha.
Okay, his name is...
He's in Street Fighter Alpha 2. No, that's an R.
I said Rolento.
Yeah, Rolento. Yeah, that's his name. Anyway, this guy uses explosives, and that stick is a cattle prod. It has electricity on the tip of it that he tries to shock you.
Okay.
You gotta avoid not getting hit by the tip of that stick.
Oh.
But anyway, he looks more like a badass in Street Fighter Alpha 2. Street Fighter Alpha 2 is one of my favorite Street Fighters because of the way the Capcom characters look in that game. Like, you have this guy, Rolento. You have Sodom. You have Andre. You have Guy. You have Cody. And they're all featured in certain Street Fighter games, like the Street Fighter Alpha series and some of the other Street Fighters.
Or he probably got it himself. Wait, does it happen in Final Fight?
Here, you get that last one.
What?
You gotta get in front of it, though.
Okay, why? There's some, there's some, sometimes I just don't like it, sometimes.
Why?
Because you have to, because it's tricky to find where you're freaking standing.
No, it's not. You know where you're standing if you're on a sidewalk. You automatically would know where you're standing in a Street Fighter game, or well, not a Street Fighter game, but a beat 'em up. They give you access to the whole sidewalk where you're walking, so you can move up and down when you're fighting enemies. If you're walking in a straight line, it's pretty boring. Now, the only karate game I know that counts as a beat 'em up like this, where you walk in a straight line, is a game called Kung Fu. If you ever played that.
Kung Fu. Never played that.
Yeah, Kung Fu. Yeah. Well, you can look it up on YouTube when you get the chance. Anyway, the name of the arcade version is called Kung Fu Master. And in it, you basically kick, punch, foot sweep, duck punch, and high kick. Hey, does that remind you of one of your dogs?
Not really, but it does remind me of one of my great grandfather's. His dog is, we would call him Fluffy. But actually his name was Fluffy. Anyway, but
So
we would have to cut his hair all the time because it was way too low.
Yeah, that usually happens with dogs. Because you gotta like cut the crap out of their fur.
And And do you know why we named him Fluffy? Was because most because petting him, it felt like
Was real fluffy.
you were like touching like a fluff ball.
So right there, another type of beer.
Or radio.
In the Super NES version, they replaced the beer with root beer or soda, or root beer soda. In the Super NES version. Grab that food.
Is there a way to dodge in this game?
Well, I think there's a way to block, but not dodge. I mean,
block.
You can move up or you can move up and down, and that's your way of dodging. But then you can't land straight punch if you do that. You can't block from obstacles that are bigger than you. Well,
or
enemies. That move at full steam. So when they created this game, they created it to be simple. You know, just 2 buttons, jump and punch. And that's it. See, games like Double Dragon were pretty complicated. They were beat 'em ups like this. But they had 3 separate buttons. 3 separate buttons. And one would be for punch, one would be for kick, and the other one would be for jump. And you could combine those buttons to make different fighting moves. Like if you press jump and punch, you'd get an elbow. And if you press jump and kick, you get a high kick. Now, if you press if you're surrounded by a bunch of bad guys, just press both of the buttons at the same time, and you'll do a move that knocks everybody out. See, I'm doing that fancy spin kick. What's that? Well, yours is you use your arms to swing around.
And how do you do that?
Press the X and A button at the same time when you feel like you're being overwhelmed. Ooh. Yeah, that's your move. I guess I should have told you that sooner.
Yes, you should have.
Yeah, but don't use it too much. Because if you use it too much, it drains your health.
Oh.
It's basically the same thing as Streets
of Rage.
It's basically the same Streets of Rage 2. Because I think that's where Streets of Rage got their idea from. No, not in part 1.
But doesn't that
just in part 2 or part 3?
First?
Yeah, it does it for part 2 and 3, but not for part 1.
I thought it did.
No, you don't have any fancy moves on Streets of Rage 1. But in Streets of Rage 2 and 3, you do have fancy moves that, knock out a crowd. And it does drain your health. Like, they created that special KO meter for Streets of Rage 3. That's what makes Streets of Rage 3 better. It had that special meter where as long as you wait for it to fill up, you do that move more and more. See, like, notice when I hit him with this sword, little little bits of blood come out.
Ooh.
Yeah, it works with the sword and the knife, but they edit that stuff out on the Super NES version. I mean, I can hit somebody with a sword and a knife in Streets of in Final Fight Part 1, but you won't see any blood. They had to edit that out. I figured if you wanted to play, like if you had a Nintendo DS, like a Nintendo 3DS, you could get all the Final Fight games. See, I downloaded all the Final Fight games on my Nintendo 3DS.
Yeah,
I have Final Fight 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, about that. I actually have a Nintendo 3DS. I got it. I got it one day for Christmas.
Oh. Well, then you could download games on it if you wanted to.
And the chips that I had on
Get that chicken.
on the game on the Nintendo 3DS was the Lego Jurassic Park and Pokemon S0ul.
Oh, fudge.
Damn it.
Yeah, I hate these guys. These guys called Hollywood or Hollywood, whatever.
Yeah.
They're like they got these power slides where they knock you down or they jump over you, stabbing your shoulders. They're probably one of the most annoying fighters in this game.
I don't really mind them at all.
Yeah, but fighting a group of them is annoying because they fucking keeps... Like, they got two different versions of these guys. The ones that stab you and throw knives, and ones that throw Molotov cocktails. But you can reflect those Molotov cocktails before they hit you. Before they hit you or the ground.
Yeah, I know.
Which is not something you could do in real life with a Molotov cocktail. I mean, if you try to reflect that shit, you're gonna end up burning yourself. But, yeah, that's one of the fun things you can do in this game. I'm only missing one more Final Fight for my downloading collection.
Okay.
But on my Nintendo 3DS, I plan on downloading Final Fight Streetwise. I mean, Mighty Final Fight. Final Fight Streetwise, that's a game I played for my PlayStation 2 and original Xbox.
What the hell did I
Final
just
Fight
do?
game, but it wasn't the best. You hit someone.
No, like, I did one of, like, the Andre fighting moves.
Oh, where you slammed them?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can suplex people in this game. If you grab them, you can, you can, yeah, do that. See, they couldn't capture this game on a Sega Genesis, though.
Abigail.
Abigail.
Why is this?
Yeah, look at his head.
Why is his name?
Look at his. I have no idea. Anyway, look at his head. It looks like a pumpkin. It's like I'm fighting a character from Minecraft. Like I said, a lot of the guys have weird names. I mean, they only give the good names to the lead characters. Like, take the character Guy. Did you know his original name was supposed to be Gay?
No, I did not know that. And I
they
am
changed
glad
it to Guy
they changed
because
it.
of obvious reasons. Yeah, they changed it for obvious reasons.
Okay, so... Okay, so did you know...
My point is...
know that my great-grandfather's name was Guy?
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Is there
I didn't think
a way to
anybody in
get
real
back
life
up?
had that kind of name.
Get back up if you were, like, thrown?
Yeah, you can. I mean, if you don't die.
Like to stand?
Oh, to mean land on your feet?
Yes.
No, that was only made for Streets of Rage. Only the Streets of Rage
Gotcha.
games have the ability to land on your feet after you've been thrown. Final Fight games don't have that. Like I said, remember, when they created Streets of Rage, it was supposed to be an improvement from Final Fight.
Mm.
And it was supposed to be better than Final Fight.
Okay, so...
And in certain ways it was.
Okay. So what I have a feeling about this game is
Yeah, tell me your
Mike
opinion.
Hagar
We're close to beating the game. Yeah?
is like Max.
What about him? Yeah, well, yeah, they kind of when they created Max, they were inspired by Mike Hagar.
And Cody is like Alex.
You mean Axel?
Yeah, Axel. I keep on thinking his name was Alex, but it's not. It's Axel.
It's Axel, yeah. Anyway, characters like Blaze and Adam, they were basically inspired from characters like Guy. Because, you know, Guy is both a minority and both has special martial arts moves. And, you know, Adam from Streets of Rage, he's black, and Blaze is a different gender. And that's how they came up with those ideas for Streets of Rage.
Mm.
Too bad though. If the actual wrestler Andre the Giant had lived, he probably would have been able to see all the video games that used his image.
Yeah.
I mean, even in this day, they still make WWE games where you could play as Andre the Giant. even though he's been dead for decades. I mean, they even make current games with him in them.
Yeah.
I keep wondering if his family, still profits from that. I mean, they probably do with the WWE games, but not with the Capcom games, though.
Okay.
Because, like, the family members from wrestlers that died still make money off the industry somehow. Like, they collect royalty checks. That's where they still pay you to use your likeness for something. Okay, now, notice when you punch girls like Poison and Roxy, you get a glimpse of their breasts.
Okay.
That was covered up in the Final Fight version for Sega CD. They covered that up. They gave them longer shirts and longer pants, so you don't get to see their butts or their breasts stick out when you're fighting them. But the Final Fight for Sega CD did have Poison and Roxy in them. But the American versions of them for Super Nintendo didn't have them. Didn't have those girls in them. The Japanese version did have them, though. I don't know why the Japanese got them and we didn't. I mean, that still kind of feels like they cheated us out of the whole thing. You know? You should see the other characters they use in Final Fight 1, 2, and 3. Like, in Final Fight 2, you play as Mike Hagar.
Okay.
Then you got a girl named Moxie, Maki.
Okay, Maki.
Oh, well, just Maki. And see that statue right there?
Yeah.
That has that has a woman's breast exposed. They covered that up in the Super Nintendo version. That statue actually lets you see a woman's breast. They covered that up in the Super Nintendo version. But anyway, okay, so back to the characters. On Final Fight 2, you got Mike Hagar, and a girl named Maki, who's like an apprentice of Guy, and a guy named Carlos. And for Final Fight 3, they used other characters. Of course, I don't know the names of those guys. But Guy and Hagar are in Part 3.
Okay.
But not Cody. Cody's not in Part 2 or Part 3. Because ever since he broke up with Jessica, like, his life got, pretty fucked up. Like, they show it in Final Fight Streetwise. Cody became kind of like a street fighting junkie. He couldn't get enough of fighting in the streets. They changed him to make him look different for Street Fighter V. Believe it or not, Cody now is the mayor of Metro City now. In Final Fight 1, 2, and 3, Mike Hagar was the mayor.
Oh.
But in this new version, Mike Haggard drops out of the running and appoints Cody as the new mayor to help him, straighten up his life. I don't know what happened to Jessica because I think she moved to another city and I guess got involved with a new guy. So she never got back together with Cody anymore. And since she was living in another city, Mike Haggard didn't have to worry about his daughter getting abducted or worried about what would happen to her if the Mad Gear Gang came back to her, back to kidnapping her. Mm. Yeah, you do a lot of different wrestling moves in this game. You do headbutts, you do suplexes.
Okay.
Like I could take this guy's face and ram it in my knee. But I have to grab him to do it though. Mm. But they were given like the reason Streets of Rage is better than Final Fight.
Okay.
They gave way more fighting moves to the characters in Streets of Rage than they did for any of the characters in Final Fight. I mean, they got, I guess for a 2-button game, they did the best they could because they wanted the game to be simple. But
wait a second.
In the early 90s... What?
Is there friendly fire?
No, we can hit each other and accidentally kill each other if we want to.
Really?
Like that.
Really?
Sorry.
I can literally kill you.
There's the statue right there. Oh, go ahead, man. Okay, there's your fun.
What?
Don't worry about the super moves. Our super moves can't hurt each other. So, like, if you hit me with that arm swinging thing, or if I hit you with my high kicks, it won't hurt you or do anything to you.
Okay.
But you can hit me with that pipe and fuck me up, though. Because they probably figured we'd accidentally hit each other with our super moves, so they canceled that out for this game when they made this in the arcades. Final Fight's original name was supposed to be called Street Fighter 1990. Street Fighter 98.
Yeah.
That was the original name of Final Fight. Before they changed it to Final Fight. It was supposed to be called Street Fighter 98. And because they thought this was going to be the next Street Fighter game. But it turns out Capcom was like, hell no. And it's good they did it because Street Fighter wouldn't have been as popular if this was the next sequel.
Okay.
There were a lot of changes. I mean, Poison was changed from a girl to a transsexual. How to call it? Guy's name was changed.
Okay.
And see this wheelchair? See that wheelchair? They turned it into an office chair in the Super Nintendo. Okay, there's your daughter. Not to hit her. Good thing you didn't hit her when she was on that chair.
I didn't.
Yeah, you were able to grab him and take him off the chair. See, in the Super NES version, they replaced this wheelchair with an office chair because they didn't want people beating up on the handicap. I mean, this guy's not handicapped, but, you know, he is hopping around like his legs are fucked up.
Fuck. Fucking hate Belger.
Watch out for... Yeah, he's the final boss.
He's the final boss.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here you go.
Use your power. Oh. I was gonna say use your special ability. Because that'll prevent you from not getting hit. Got him. We could have destroyed that wheelchair too. Look, he fell off the building.
Wow.
See, look, and it shows all three of us there. There's more of the story if you're gonna read it.
Oh, Father, I was so scared.
You know what, screw it. I'll just, screw it. I am just going to do it. But...
I'm so glad to see they come through. I'm so sorry. Jessica. Oh, fuck. No. I thought I lost you. Like I lost your mother. I'll never let anything bad happen to you. Again.
I love you. Oh, that was the girl. Oh, I love you, Father.
Yeah, that's her girl's voice.
Why? I don't get it. Why?
What were you trying to do? A Hulk Hogan voice impression?
No.
It sounded like it.
It sounded like Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, a little.
Oh,
Not exactly like him, but something like it. Can I ask you something? Can you get downloads for your Nintendo 3DS?
I never tried it.
You should try it. All you have to do is hook up your 3DS to your Wi-Fi, and then you can go on the online marketplace called the eShop. And look, guy beats him up. You're not gonna read the rest of the story?
Wait, is that guy's voice?
No, that's the girl's voice.
Where are you going? How can you just walk away now? Is that guy now?
And now that's Cody's voice.
Cody, okay.
No, that's Cody's voice.
I want to stay here with you, Jessica, but I can't. Not while evil still stalks the streets.
Oh, Cody.
Oh, Cody. Okay, now we gotta figure out how to put our names. I put my initial. And there. That's my initials. What's your initials?
Wait, I'm trying.
Oh, you edited it out already. I'm too late. So who are you gonna be? Captain Commando, the ninja, the baby, or the mummy?
I don't know.
Okay, see, this is the evil bad guy who's taking over the city.
Captain
This is
Commando.
Captain Commando.
What the hell?
Oh, you gotta. That's just the.
Oh. Okay.
Are you gonna be? Who are you gonna be?
I'll be Captain Commando.
I'll be the ninja.
Alright. Stage 1. Start.
Okay, fun fact. Believe it or not, the city we're fighting in Captain Commando,
Yeah.
it's
Damn.
it's really Metro City from Final Fight, except 80 years in the future.
80 years in the future. Okay.
Yeah. And Captain Commando was Capcom's original mascot before Mega Man.
Oh, Mega Man. Oh, because like there's this
Before Mega Man.
this one meme about Mega Man. Someone saying this. Who's that character? It's Mega Man.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. But whatever. But anyway, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, so Captain Commando was Capcom's original mascot. Now, back in the late 80s, early 90s, people would buy Capcom games for their Nintendo system. That's one of the bosses.
Who the hell is this giant asshole?
He has a name.
Dog?
Dog. I think that's short for Doug.
But Doug is spelled D-O-U-G. That's spelled like D-O-O-G.
Well, what can I say? Capcom sucks at marketing. So anyway, back to the thing. So back in the late 80s and early 90s, people would buy these Nintendo games, these Capcom Nintendo games, based on certain arcade games people used to play.
Okay.
Now, they didn't look 100% like their arcade...
What? Clear.
Yeah. Yeah. They didn't look 100% like their arcade counterparts. but they were fun to play, and people bought them and collect them. Now, on the back of the box of those Capcom games, you'd see Captain Commando. On every Capcom game people used to buy. That's because he was their spokesperson for Capcom. Which is kind of weird because they didn't make any Captain Commando games for the original NES. They did make this game for Super Nintendo, but they had to edit out violence. Believe it or not, there's a lot of violence and gore in this game.
Really? I don't see any gore.
Yeah, like characters. Well, like look at all the blood you see when I'm slicing people.
Oh yeah.
There's blood. Plus not to mention, you'll see characters melting or getting cut in half. And that's usually too gory. That's usually too gory for Nintendo.
Are these cavemen?
Yeah, we're in a museum. The second stage is a museum. So, like, it's not a real cave, it's a fake cave.
Okay. And are they real?
Because we're in a museum. You know how museums show sculptures of dinosaurs and whatnot? These guys look kind of like cavemen, but they're just shirtless guys.
Okay, so they're like actors.
No, they're just bad guys. Look at the name of this guy fighting us. Look at that name. Try to read that.
Stefan? Or Shrom?
Strong.
Or Strom?
Yeah, I know, it's weird, right?
Strom.
It sounds like a euphemism for something.
Okay. We do not have that much health, do we?
No. We'll die a lot faster here than we do on Final Fight.
But we didn't even die yet.
Oh, I died.
Wait, you died?
Yeah, I just continued.
Did I die?
I don't know if you did.
I don't think I did.
See, but think of it like this, right? In this game, you see
Okay, now
characters
I'm done.
getting burned, frozen, cut in half. Pick your character, dude.
Okay, why is it not start? Start on the controller.
Well, you could have switched it to that button if you wanted to. Oh, fuck, I got burned alive. Oh, God. Oh, see, look at that. I cut him in half. Look, I cut him in half. I cut him in half. Look at that gore right there.
Oh, okay.
You telling me that's not gory to you?
Okay. Okay.
You got his lower half thing sticking out.
Now, there is one game that is very gory. That is Left 4 Dead 2.
Yeah, I know. So anyway, back to what I was saying. So Capcom had Bionic Commando. I mean, not Bionic Commando. I mean Captain Commando.
Mm-hmm.
As their original spokesperson. Eventually, they replaced him with Mega Man because Mega Man became more popular than Captain Commando.
Why is Captain Commando glitching?
No, he's fine, dude. I see him. He's fine. He's not glitching. Could be that's just your connection, dude.
Or is it just the game that made it like that?
No, the game wasn't made that way.
It's like very
it's just an
fast.
online glitch. Check it out. We're fighting samurai.
Samurai.
And ninjas like me.
Ninja. And the thing is, like
it's kind of weird that Captain Commando's friends consist of a guy who's a ninja, a guy who's wrapped up in mummy wrappings, and a baby that's in a mech suit. I guess that baby was like Stewie Griffin, or this game, or the people who played this game probably were inspired to make Stewie Griffin for Family Guy.
Really?
Yeah, you never know.
Damn you, mother.
Well, you're trying to do a Stewie impression?
Ooh, be that.
Okay, so back to what I was saying. So Mega Man replaced Captain Commando as their spokesperson for Capcom, and probably because Mega Man, was a robot killing other robots, and Captain Commando was a human killing a lot of other humans, and they didn't want to be associated with all that blood and guts and gore.
Yeah.
So that's probably why they replaced Mega Man. Why they replaced Captain Commando with Mega Man. Of course, Mega Man is a Capcom platformer, and Captain Commando is a side-scrolling beat 'em up. It's hard to tell what's better, a platformer or a beat 'em up.
It's hard to decide.
I mean, beat 'em ups are easy to. Yeah, it's hard to decide, but hard to know which one's better, a platformer or a beat 'em.
What?
The book? Oh, you gotta continue.
I just got sliced in half.
So anyway, yeah, I told you, there's a lot of gore in this game. You should see what happens when you get melted. That is even more cooler. It shows your entire internal organs melting into water.
Okay.
And all you see is your bones. But only certain bad guys can do that to you.
Why does that remind me of...
I mean, you do get...
Of that one horror movie that is really good. It's called Close My Face.
Wait, kill it? Oh, wait, I got sliced in half.
Because, like, they put, like, because of the clowns, like, they have, like, these pies. Now, these pies aren't, you know, any ordinary pies. Like, they're like acid pies.
Oh, and this is from the movie Killer Clowns from Outer Space?
Yes. And the clowns actually just throw these
I don't know.
pies.
I don't know. That horror movie is a classic, but I don't think I've actually seen that one.
It's really good.
But I know about it though.
Because like that one,
Okay.
it has clowns in it.
Like take this. Okay, take this this Kabuki warrior we're fighting.
Okay.
Right? You fight a Kabuki you fight a Kabuki warrior just like him on The Simpsons, who's similar to him on the Simpsons arcade game. Okay, you gotta join the game. Hold up. Come on in, hurry up before your time runs out. Break the boxes and steal the stuff that's inside them. Ooh, look, a laser gun. Oh, look, we're fighting some clowns. Oh, wait, no, we're not. No, there's clowns in the background.
I know.
See the clowns back there?
Yeah, I see them, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so back to what I was saying. So, Mega Man is Capcom's, spokesperson.
There we go. There was just a little problem. Where am I? Okay.
Oh,
there I am.
you're dead. Oh, fuck, now I'm the baby now.
You're the baby.
I'm the baby in a mech suit in another mech suit.
Okay.
Look, and I burned someone alive.
Yes, you did. Okay. Monster. Okay, is it Y to get in?
No, you gotta jump in it. Just press jump when you're near it, and you can jump back in it.
Really?
Too late, it got destroyed.
By you.
Yeah, I was trying to hit the bad guy. Oh wait, I forgot, we got special moves in this game too.
And how do you use those?
Press X and A at the same time. Yeah, there, see? You do electricity across the floor. Yeah, you got him. Not bad. That's pretty cool. You see the bones. Did you want to be Captain Commando because he's the leader?
Not really. I just picked randomly.
No, I meant from the beginning of the game.
I just picked randomly.
Oh. Okay, so Mega Man became Capcom's spokesperson. But like Captain Commando was Capcom's original mascot. And he was publicized in a lot of Capcom games that came out for the original NES. The old Nintendo version. Some of those Capcom games I actually have.
Okay.
And I actually have the books and the boxes that show Captain Commando on them. Basically doing all the promotion for Capcom. Okay, we cut this guy in half, and now we're chasing that mad scientist. He's getting away on the boat. We gotta stop him. See, this surfing level was inspired. There was other games that took this idea, like Konami's Ninja Turtles. They do the exact same thing. They have surfing levels just like this. Where you ride a surfboard across the ocean or whatever. They did it for Ninja Turtles 2, Ninja Turtles 3, and Ninja Turtles 4.
Oh.
So Ninja Turtles 2, 3, and 4. That were developed by Konami back in the day. Dude, it's amazing how many companies
There we go.
bought the rights to Ninja Turtles.
Oh, I won.
Oh, cool. We gotta hit his boat before he gets away. We got 40 seconds. Oh, yeah, we got him.
Yep. 30 seconds.
So, it's weird because, like a lot of companies had the rights to Ninja Turtles. First it was Konami, then Ubisoft, and then finally Activision. I wonder which company's gonna get the rights to it next time. If they actually make another Ninja Turtles game. But you see all the promotion that Capcom did back in the day for those early Capcom arcade games that were developed for Nintendo. And a lot of them were fun to play. I remember them from back in the day. You can jump into that if you want to.
Okay.
Oops, sorry. I kind of like those girls with the tuning forks.
Okay.
They look interesting. At least Capcom didn't turn those girls into transgenders. Like what they did with Poison on fucking Fight.
Oh.
But if you want to know more about that, you can look up Final, like, did you know on YouTube, and they tell you about that whole shit with Final Fight and the names.
Aliens.
Well, people in alien suits. I mean, can't you tell those are robotic suits?
Yeah, because...
Oh, you gotta join in.
Yeah, because, I can see skin.
Yeah. Like, see those fat guys blowing fire?
No.
I think Sega got the idea from games like this for what they use for Streets of Rage 2, 3, and Golden Axe 3. Because all of them have like short fat guys to spit fire.
Hmm.
Unless you count Streets of Rage 1, that had huge fat guys blowing fire.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Drunk.
Believe it or not, the guy who's a mummy,
The guy who's a mummy, yeah.
yeah, he's basically, his name is Mac the Knight, and that's basically named after a song.
Hmm.
Out of the 7 games that are in the Capcom Beat 'em Up bundle, at least 4 of them
Yeah.
were made for Super Nintendo.
Oh.
The first game you played, when you played this game, was never made for a home console.
Hmm.
You know, the one with the robots?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, there's that fat guy. Well, I killed him.
Uh-huh. So, this was a question I wanted to ask since the beginning of this one game. Is there friendly fire?
Is there a what?
Friendly fire.
I don't know. I didn't hit you. Did you hit me?
Let me see. Yeah,
Well, we're too busy hitting.
there it is.
No, see? Mac the Nut. Watch this move. Oh, wait. That move takes him out. Look at that.
What move?
The move I'm doing now.
Oh. You're someone else.
Yeah, I'm Mac the Knight. I'm the mummy.
You're Mac?
I'm the guy in the mummy suit. Mac. Mac.
Mac.
Yeah, Mac. I'm surprised you don't know. There's a song named after me. See, I use 2 hand daggers and I can spin around, slicing everybody up around.
Mm.
Be careful with those Amazon women. They spit acid.
Oh, those?
Yeah, those Amazon women with the tubes in their back.
Mardia?
Those are the ugliest. Those are the ugliest women in the game. They don't look nothing like the girls with the tuning forks.
Okay.
So look, it's a warehouse, like a factory district. See, there's that little fat guy. Watch, he shoots fire.
I know he does. He
Yeah.
looks like a
Yeah, but he
director.
reminds me. It reminds me. What, a movie director?
Yeah.
I don't think movie directors are that short. But they are usually bald and dressed that way.
Yep.
Too bad we don't have a third person playing with us.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this game only plays 3 people online. But there's like 4 characters.
Yep. Oh, I just saw someone melt.
Yeah, you saw him melt?
Yeah.
Okay, this is one of the bosses.
The last boss?
No.
Okay.
The last boss is way bigger.
Okay.
I think we still have like 3 or 4 more bosses.
3 or 4 more bosses.
Mm-hmm. Captain and Commando is not a bad character in this game,
Okay.
but the problem is his special attack is not very good. Like that only works for people directly in front of you, not surrounding you.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's kind of a downer. Oh, he's starting to weaken.
Yep, blood is starting to weaken.
Kind of weird. A guy who's named Blood, but not leaking any blood when we stab him. I think it's because he's like half cyborg or something.
Or he's just really strong.
Oh, never mind. I take that back. We only have like 2 stages left.
Yep.
Oh, the girl with the tuning forks.
Oh, Lord.
What happened?
Okay, now these are actually a lot more annoying.
Oh, dude, before we play, Kingdom of the Dragon, or King of Dragon, which character do you want to be? A character that fights in close up? Or uses range attacks? You know, far away attacks?
I always was a type of person who would say the close-up ones.
Oh, there's 3 characters that use close-up attacks, and 2 characters that use range attacks.
I guess close-up.
Okay, so we'll be close-up characters then. You know who you should pick?
Who?
You should pick the fighter.
The fighter.
He's the guy, yeah, the fighter, because he uses a sword and shield. Oh shit, I melted him.
You melted him, okay.
Oh shit, that was awesome. See, I told you this game has gore.
Yeah,
And it's not really
see, it
gory
does.
because they didn't make it. They didn't make it like very bloody. I mean, they could have. Oh, see, look at that. You saw that guy? Wait, I think that guy was you. Oh, wow, that's gory.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so back to what I was saying. So there were a lot of Capcom games that were sold for the original NES, and I collected a few of them because they were really fun.
Okay.
And now, some of the Super NES versions, you can buy them as downloads for the Nintendo 3DS. You know, if you decide to do that. Let me know if you get the 3 Final Fight games.
Okay.
Because if you play those on your DS, you can really check them out. Okay, these guys are mimics. They'll copy you.
They're mimics.
Yeah, they're copying our fight styles. So they can use your powers against you.
Wait, flamethrower?
Oh, I forgot you could use a flamethrower. Yeah, you have a flamethrower ability. I forgot about that.
How do you use that?
You didn't know that? Ah, shit, I don't know. I don't know how to activate your special gadgets. But yeah, you could do that because he did it to you, so you could do it to him. Oh wait, now there's more of them.
Of course there is. Look, so I'm punching you.
Yeah, you see a guy coming at you that looks like you. You be saying stuff. Yo, dude, you're a handsome looking guy. Oh, dude, he did your electricity on you.
You freaking killed yourself. I'll fix your thing.
Yeah, I killed the guy who looked like me.
I want to kill myself. There we go.
See, he did the flamethrower thing again.
I know. Now
Okay,
we're
the final boss.
going to the Callisto.
Okay. Let me get comfortable for this.
Samson. Organo, Samson, Carol. Why does your character look like that one,
That one what?
why does your character look like Diamond?
Diamond?
Yeah, Diamond.
Who's Diamond?
Your character's color and how he looks like. He looks like Diamond.
Dude, my character has purple bandages. Or pink bandages.
That's probably why I'm...
Either way, he does not look like a diamond.
That's probably why I'm thinking that.
Look at those rich people. Look at the rich people there sitting down with cybernetics hooked up to them. A lot of girls around them.
Oh god, it's Dole again. It's Dole.
Yeah, we fought him in the beginning of the game.
I know.
Oh shit, he body slammed you. Okay, fucking take that. Oh, fuck. Mac the Knight. I like the fact in this game that they keep announcing your name. Every time you join in, they just announce your full name. Mac the Knight. Imagine you had a game that announced your name every time you just started up. Just like when your Xbox One turns on, it says hello, and then it says your name.
Okay. Hello, Quentin.
See how big he is?
Yeah.
I don't approve of the outfit, but I want to avoid getting hit by him.
But you're not the ninja. He looks like
Yeah,
a
Mac the
samurai.
Knight. No, he's not a samurai. He's basically like a robotic alien of some sort. Like one of his hands shoots fire, the other one shoots ice. I guess you could say he reminds you of the devil. If the devil had tubes instead of horns. But if you want to switch to the ninja once it's time to continue.
But doesn't that look like horns?
No, yeah, I guess it kind of looks like horns, but it's tubes.
Tubes?
Yeah, tubes. Can you look at them? Look at them. It's tubes.
I know.
Oh, wow, he burned us both. Did you saw that? I turned into a crispy critter.
A crispy critter?
That's where your body gets burned to the point where it looks like ash.
Okay.
You call that a crispy critter. Oh, fuck, I got stuck in that corner.
Do you know what's a really weird coincidence? His name's
Oh, fuck, I was about to check the
Suicide, and it kind of looks like suicide.
Yeah, see, that's why they have to. That's why they have problems with the names in Capcom, and some of the names of the characters had to be changed. Like Sodom would be short for sodomy, right? So they had to change that when they made that on Super Nintendo. And they changed it to, Katana. They do have a Street Fighter cartoon where characters from Street Fighter meet the characters from Final Fight.
Okay.
Because they're in the same universe. It's in that Capcom game, Final Fight Double Impact, when you buy it for Xbox 360. So if you ever want to see the cartoon, you can buy the game.
Okay.
Oh, we got him.
Yep, we did.
Oh, you see this ending. It's pretty cool.
Alright.
Okay, watch. Okay, we beat all the stages. We got 15,000 points. There he dies.
Hmm.
And the public's like, yeah, we're saved.
Okay. My dear people, the super criminals who have plagued our town. Okay, that's right. We have.
You gotta let that read fast.
Immediate modicum of peace, man. Okay. Hey, who are you anyway? I am.
Yeah, he already said that for you.
Okay. Kara-san.
The next time you play this, you should try to pick a character you're used to. Because I'm thinking you'd probably either like using the baby or the ninja.
Probably the ninja.
That sounds like more your speed.
Probably the ninja.
Yeah. See, look, they're all out together.
Oh, okay.
See, they're high kicking. They're dipping. They're like, yeah, we're all badass.
Mm-hmm. CAPCOM.
Okay, we write our names. It should.
But it's like getting over.
Game over.
No. Wait, how?
Got mine.
Uh-huh.
You gotta press, I think, X to pick the letter. Oh, Quentin, yeah. Then your middle initial, and then your last name initial.
Trying to go to W.
Keep going.
There we go.
All right, there it is.
Quentin Michael.
Hey, your middle name starts with an M?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're Quentin Michael Warner. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, I win second place.
Look, you can go all the way up to 50 on that one.